Breakups seem to have become an inevitable part of love. People come and go, leaving behind scars on our hearts that are hard to heal. But have you ever wondered if your ex, after leaving, ever looks back? Do they feel a sense of loss when they see you happy with someone new? Are there moments of quiet in their lives when they suddenly recall old memories and feel a pang of regret? In this video, we'll explore why exes often feel a sense of loss later on, what makes them realize your worth, and how you can turn their regret into motivation to grow and live a better life. If you want to dive deeper and don't want to miss out on engaging insights about love and personal growth, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. Let's get started. Number 1. They don't immediately feel the loss. When a breakup happens, especially if they're the one initiating it, your ex often feels in control and liberated. They believe they've made the right decision, feeling as though they're steering their own life. They might say, "I want to end this relationship," as if your agreement isn't even required. However, what they fail to realize immediately is the value you brought to the relationship. At this stage, the two of you are at completely opposite extremes. They feel relieved, while you're grappling with loss and the emptiness of no longer having familiar things around. But remember, this is not a one-sided story. Your ex will also go through emotional changes, especially when you implement the no-contact strategy. And one important thing I want you to remember: don't become the person who hurt you. Why do I say this? Many people don't understand that the intense emotions at the beginning of a relationship, often referred to as limerence, don't last forever. Those who chase these fleeting feelings often miss out on the chance to build a lasting connection. They jump from one relationship to another, ending things when the excitement fades, only to start the cycle anew. You don't need to be part of that cycle. Don't be someone who runs from challenges. Use this time to build yourself up, develop your core values, and live a life you're proud of. If you can do this, not only will you feel stronger, but your ex will also start to realize what they've lost. This is the power of rediscovering yourself. But what happens when they begin to notice your absence in their life? This is when the missing what's familiar effect starts to take hold, forcing them to confront feelings they didn't expect. Number 2, the missing what's familiar effect. Imagine this. When you leave their life, the habits, care, and love you once provided begin to leave a void. At first, they might feel in control and free, convinced that their decision was the right one. They are confident that you'll stay in place, crying, waiting, or perhaps begging them to come back. But you didn't. You chose no contact, even though it was undoubtedly difficult. I understand that your heart may feel crushed, and your inner self might be screaming from the rejection, but remember, it's this very determination that surprises them. When you don't react the way they expect, it shakes their confidence. They once thought they controlled the situation, that you'd always be their fallback option. But when you're no longer there, the love and priority they once took for granted begin to fade. They realize that you're no longer within reach, and this forces them to reconsider. Initially, the breakup might give them a false sense of confidence. They think they're desirable and have better options, but that's just the surface. Without your presence, they start to feel emptiness and loss. Moreover, your self-control and calm demeanor during no contact confuse them. They no longer see you as dependent or think of you as a backup plan they can return to whenever they want. This loss of control triggers regret within them. Remember, by not chasing or clinging, you not only regain control over yourself, but also compel them to reassess your value. Time will reveal who truly loses in this story. And when they try to find something new to fill that void, will their new relationship truly give them what they're looking for? This is when the stark contrast between the past and the present begins to emerge. Number 3, the contrast when a new relationship falls short of expectations. Imagine this. Your ex enters a new relationship, believing they'll find something better, or at least different. Initially, they feel excited. The new relationship seems like a perfect fresh start, filled with novelty and intense emotions. But as time goes on, they slowly realize that this new person is not like you. What you brought to the table, understanding, support, and patient love, is something they no longer find. The things they once took for granted or perhaps even underappreciated now become the very things they miss. They might compare, even subconsciously, and start to see that the new person doesn't meet the expectations they once had with you. For example, your ex might have complained about how you always reminded them to take care of themselves, eating properly or maintaining their health. But now, with someone who doesn't pay attention to those small but meaningful details, they realize that your thoughtfulness was something they truly needed. This regret can deepen as they recognize that the new relationship is merely a temporary replacement, not a genuine connection. The standards you set in love, your sacrifices, genuine care, and dedication become things the new person cannot replicate. This contrast not only highlights the shortcomings of their new relationship, but also makes them reconsider their decision to leave. They might begin to wonder, did I make a mistake? This is when they start to feel the weight of their true loss. Number 4. The "you've moved on" effect, when they realize you're truly gone. Imagine your ex once saw you as a safety net, someone who would always be there no matter what. To them, your presence was a given, a familiar part of their life. But when you truly move on, when you stop chasing, stop caring, and stop mentioning them, that sense of assurance crumbles. Suddenly, they're faced with the reality that you no longer belong to them. For your ex, this is a shock. The control they once felt, that you would always be an option, is now gone. They might start to miss you not because they've suddenly realized a deep love, but because of the emptiness left by your absence. According to Helen Fisher's research in Why We Love, The Nature and Chemistry of Romantic Love, recognizing the absence of someone important from the past often triggers regret and self-reflection. What did I do to lose someone like that? For you, this is a moment of immense power. Remember, moving on is not just a decision, it's a journey of personal growth. The version of you today, stronger, more confident, and radiant, stands in stark contrast to the memory they have of you. Your efforts to improve yourself and focus on your own happiness don't just make you more attractive, they also underscore your value in their eyes. Even to your ex. The "you've moved on" effect doesn't just make them realize their loss. It creates a profound emptiness when they see they're no longer part of your new journey. To them, you are no longer the person they knew. You're a better, stronger, and irreplaceable version of yourself. Your happiness is the most powerful message you can send. Continue living a life you're proud of, not to make them regret, but to find true joy and meaning for yourself. And remember, you don't need to look back, because the future is waiting for you. Your happiness sends the strongest message of all. I've moved on, and I don't need to look back. Number 5. The role reversal. When the breakup initiator starts to regret. A breakup often makes you feel like you've lost everything while the other person seems to have all the control. However, over time, these roles can reverse. This is when your ex begins to realize they've lost you, and the initial confidence they had starts to fade. You might think they're happy, partying, or even with someone new. But remember, when you keep your distance, don't chase and don't beg, you're changing the rules of the game. With no attention or information from you, they'll start to wonder, did I make a mistake? Has she moved on? They might silently check your social media, trying to figure out what you're up to. When they no longer feel the guarantee that you're waiting for them, they start to feel insecure. Just as you once felt rejected and tried to hold on, now they're experiencing the same. For example, you're not posting about heartbreak or sharing sad photos. Instead, you're sharing happy moments, traveling, working out, or participating in exciting activities. These images make them compare you to the past, and they start realizing that you're genuinely changing and living a better life without them. But be cautious. If you respond too quickly when they come back seeking attention, they may retreat again. They could think, I was right to break up. She's still there, just as I expected. The key is not to do any of this solely to make them regret it, but to grow and become happier for yourself. When the role reversal happens, your distance and refusal to chase or cling make them feel rejected. See this role reversal as a turning point where you not only regain control of your life, but also lay the foundation for a brighter future. So, what happens next when they recognize this loss? Let's explore how you can maintain your position and keep moving forward. Number 6. How to avoid a role reversal backslide. When your ex comes back, your initial feeling might be excitement or even relief, but this is also the time to be cautious. The roles can reverse again if you quickly accept them back without setting clear boundaries. This could make them feel validated that their decision to break up was correct, perpetuating a negative cycle. For example, if you immediately give them all your love and attention as before, they might think you're still there, ready to welcome them back, without considering the pain they caused you. This not only puts you in a weaker position, but also prevents them from genuinely valuing this new chance. Instead, be reserved and straightforward. You could say, "I need time to see if this is really right. What happened hurt me and I'm not sure I can continue this relationship as it was before." This not only shows that you respect yourself, but also makes them understand they have to do more if they want to rebuild the relationship. Don't confuse caution with coldness. You don't need to yell or show anger. Be honest, but firm. "I just want to make my feelings clear. You can do what you want, but these are my boundaries." This might make them uncomfortable, especially if they're used to being placed on a pedestal in the relationship. But this is how you assert your value and ensure you don't fall back into a passive position. Remember, standing your ground not only protects you from old patterns, but also helps you see if they truly deserve a second chance. And if they don't, you still have the opportunity to live a brighter life without them. A breakup is not the end. It's a new door opening for you to rediscover yourself. Yes, your pain is real. The long, lonely nights, the old memories playing over and over in your head. But remember, this pain does not define you. Instead, it's the catalyst for you to rise and grow. When you focus on rebuilding your life, improving yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally, you'll discover something amazing. Not only will you become a better version of yourself, but you'll also send a powerful message that you don't need anyone else to feel whole. Your ex, watching your transformation, may feel regret and wonder, "What did I miss out on?" But the answer no longer matters. What matters is that you've moved on, stronger and more confident than ever. View this journey as an opportunity to explore new things, develop your career, build healthier relationships, and rediscover joy in life. This is not only how you'll find greater happiness, but also how you'll redefine your own worth. Thank you for watching this video. If you found these insights helpful, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and share your thoughts, stories, or experiences in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Remember, life goes on, and your growth journey awaits. You deserve a fuller, happier life.